How's it going, everyone? Getting out on the bike a little bit. It's it's actually Wednesday afternoon, just before 1 o'clock. Not trying to do any deliveries or anything today, just want to get out, go for a ride. We're going to just basically try to drain this battery down because it's been sitting at 100% for a while, and it's been so horrible with the weather here, but I needed to get out. We actually have a day where it's in the upper 30s, so I wanted to get out and just basically beat on the bike for a little bit. I gotta get this battery down at least under 70%, and then I gotta bring out Misty's SR and get that down under 70%. So I have no agenda other than to hop on, go for a ride, test out the dual camera setup. You know, I've got the new second camera now facing me. Have no idea how, if I have it set up right or anything, but we're gonna just wing it and see what happens. I didn't bother grabbing the winter helmet or nothing. I wasn't even thinking about it. But doesn't matter, we're going out, we're riding. So thanks guys for joining me today. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates. Happy Hanukkah, whatever your choice of celebration is. I hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to get out because the weather wasn't insanely bad. You can see there's been people out walking around. It's still in the 30s. It's just we've been so I guess kept in the house because it's been in the 20s and in the teens. So I wanted to get out, get the bike, so you can see I'm down in the 98-99% range because it was a full charge. Bikes have been sitting for a while because we had planned on going out, and I just want to get them out and drain the battery down so I can get them in a storage mode for the winter. And then if I decide to go out, I can charge them up right then and there. I don't have to, you know, worry about it. They'll be safe. One of the things I actually wanted to tell everybody, and I touched on it in the live stream I did with Fernando, is plans for the channel upcoming. Since most of the people who subscribed, that you know, they tend to like the delivery videos, going to rebrand the channel, and I haven't finalized the name yet, but it's going to be something along the lines of South Jersey Dashing or SJ Dasher or something like that. And I'm still keeping the Growing Young After 50, and I'm just going to create another channel for that. And that's where I'm going to put all the stuff I love to do that has nothing to do with the deliveries. That way the people who want to just see the deliveries, they'll be able to see them. And if I go and I do some trail riding, or we go and we tour DC, or we tour Philly or whatever, I can put that on the other channel, and it'll help me out because I'll be able to just keep this focus, the main thing, and it'll help me with the YouTube algorithm too. It'll know who to suggest my videos to, because right now I'm kind of all over the place, and my channel's still new enough and young enough that it's not going to kill me to do this. And what I'm going to end up doing is all of my existing videos, I'm going to, if it's one that I feel should be on the other channel, I'm going to re-upload it there, but I'll add some commentary in the beginning just to let everybody know that this was a video I previously recorded. Sorry, I'm a little rusty with this cold weather, but at any rate, I'm not going to remove any of the videos, so every video that's on the channel now is staying there. I'm just going to re-upload them on the new channel, and they're going to be more focused on the things that aren't delivery related. But some other exciting stuff is I did the 21-day $1,000 challenge with Fernando from Watt Hustle, and I realized I probably undersold myself, but I wanted to make it achievable for other people, which is why I chose that amount. I got the $1,000 in, I think it was 12 days. So I decided that I was going to make it a little bit more challenging for myself and a little bit more realistic to what it's like when you're really working. And I did $2,000 in 19 days. So it took 23 calendar days, but I lost 4 days. One was a planned day, and I hope you can hear me clearly because the wind is blowing really hard. But one was a planned day off, and then I had a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday where I couldn't go out because the ground was covered in snow and ice, and I just wasn't willing to risk my health or injury or anything like that. Plus, I had already hit the $1,000 at that point, so it wasn't as pressing. Yeah, so we hit $2,004.10 in 19 days. And all I'm really going to do now is a couple of laps around the block because there's some hills in there. And we're just going to drain this battery down. I'm just basically doing all throttle. And you can see we're already down to 92%. So I'm thinking maybe 2-3 laps. And I can head back to the house and pull her bike out. And I could probably drain her bike even faster because I can just ride it in cadence mode on turbo, and it'll want to do 25 the whole time, whereas mine's only going to peak out at 20. So we decided last year for our family that we're not doing our Christmas dinner traditionally. We're doing Christmas Eve dinner, and then that allows us to tomorrow, the same group of people, we're gonna go and have a sit-down dinner at one of the restaurants that's nearby. That way whoever's hosting doesn't have to worry about cleaning and prepping and doing everything on Christmas Day. And it really doesn't matter to us grown-ups. It's all for the kids. And there's only 2 kids left in the house, in my sister's house. So she typically would host Christmas Day, and now she doesn't have to worry about it. They can get up with the kids, unwrap their presents, and just relax. And then we all go and meet up for dinner at, I think we're doing it at like 3 o'clock or something like that. Pedaling a little bit here just because I want to get a little warmer. So this is just going to show me that if I decide to try to come out in the winter, right now I have on a t-shirt, a thermal, a sweatshirt, and a hoodie, and that's not enough. For pants I have on thermals and just a pair of workout pants that I wear riding whenever I need, like when we go trail riding. They're very thin. That's not enough. So now I know that if I'm going to ride in the winter, I need to get the appropriate gear. My feet are also cold too, so that means I have to change them out, the shoes. Which I kind of figured I would have to, because they're not really all season anything. They're just good sneakers. I have several pairs, and I kept one for bashing around on the bike. So I guess I'll order a nice pair of insulated trail sneakers But yeah, that's there's been a lot going on. We get married in less than a month, so I don't know how many more opportunities I'm actually going to have to get out. I did end up buying my new bike. I ended up buying an Aventon Abound LR, which I've kind of teased about and I've talked about. I think I actually pointed out in the live streams. So I guess for those who don't know, I have done some live streams with Fernando from Watt Hustle. He reached out to me and loved the concept of the channel and wanted to incorporate my ideas and creativity and thoughts into his channel. And he's been helping me by, you know, putting my name out there and promoting me, and, you know, inviting me to his podcast. And then when I did the challenge, I didn't per se challenge him. I challenged everybody who was a dasher, or you didn't have to be a dasher. You had to make $48 a day for 21 days, and then you get $1,000. So that was the idea, is if you need extra money for the holidays, you know, that's an easy way to do it. Or you got a bill coming up, or for me, I got to pay for a wedding, and that extra money helps. Now, I'm not going to lie, that $2,000 I made is already spent because I had bills I had to pay for the wedding and everything else. But it doesn't mean that I won't do it again. I don't know that I'm going to force myself to do $2,000 in 21 days or 20 days, but I think I'm going to. I like the idea of putting a challenge out there to hold me accountable. So if I do something like get out for 21 straight days, or, you know, for the entire month, and don't really put a dollar amount on it, but make it so that it's more consistency. You have to be out every single day. Don't make excuses. You know, obviously life happens, but that's part of why they call it a challenge. And we are at 80% battery. It's probably sagged a little bit, so it's probably closer to like 82. So by the time we get to the top of this hill, I'm guessing we'll be around that 75%. Oh wow, the wind is actually blowing me. I actually have to ride the bike like I'm on a trail right now, being thrown around. Kind of cool. Oh, and I just realized my camera moved. Let me fix it real quick. Oh, I guess you guys were getting a good picture of the sky. Alright. That's also the other reason why I did this right now. It gave me an opportunity to test this. I bought the second camera setup. We actually bought a second camera so Misty could ride with one as well. But she doesn't really use it as much. She's actually only used it 2 times. And she doesn't really benefit from this type of camera. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy her a 360 camera. So that way when she does want to use it, all she has to do is set it up and go. She doesn't have to worry about getting the right angle or anything like that, because with 360 camera you can put it in any position, any angle, and it's still going to give you the shot you want. You just have to move it in the editing software. Yeah, right now under voltage sag, I don't know if you can see it, it's at 75%. So we should do one more lap on this, and then I can go switch bikes, and mission accomplished. There's going to be very minimal editing on this. I'm going to play around a little bit with the camera to like how it has 2 cameras, but I just wanted to get back out there. It's been a couple of weeks since I was able to actually post something, and I want to thank everybody for sticking with us. I think when I looked, we were at 219 subscribers. So we'll keep going. We want to get that. Ultimately, we want to get that 4,000 watch hours. because that's when I can actually have the channel monetized, and that's when you actually start to feel like you're accomplishing something. And it's a cool thing to have and a long distance goal. So I really don't have I'm not, my idea for getting the channel monetized is so that it's an accomplishment, not to actually make the money. Because let's be realistic. Even if I'm monetized, what am I gonna make? $20 a month on it? Nobody's gonna do that full time. So it's just an accomplishment to say I checked it off the box. So that's what I want to do in 2026. There you go. There's a goal. I want to get the channel monetized. Preferably, I'd love to be able to get both channels monetized once they're up and running, but you got to start somewhere, and that's the first place we're starting. We're just going to get one. And I can't tell. I think we're okay. I don't think it's moving. But yeah, my new bike is built and has most of the accessories and everything on it, but I hadn't taken it outside yet. It has 0.0 miles. Alright, so this will be the last lap on this bike, and then we'll swap out bikes and drain that one down. And then I can go get my shower and get ready for dinner tonight. Yeah, I would definitely have to get heated gloves too, I think. But I think probably in February or March. I haven't decided exactly when yet. I just know over the winter. I'm taking this bike back to the shop and having them set it up for trails. We're going to pull the tires off, put the stock tires back on. And I'm going to probably remove the fenders, just because anytime, if you've ever gone trail riding, like dirt trails and whatnot, first off, you're on a trail, you don't care if you get dirty. I mean, yeah, it would be nice not to get splashed with mud, but yeah, stuff happens. But when you're on trails, a lot of times the branches get stuck in the fender, between the fender and the tire, and it's an annoyance. And these fenders are metal, so they're loud if they get anything in there. One of the things, I don't remember which content creator it was, said they prefer plastic fenders, and I was like, why would you want plastic fenders? Then I went out one time on the trail and I'm like, oh, now I know why he wants plastic fenders. Yeah, there we go. We're at 67%. So, how far did we go anyway? Yeah, we're 6.5 miles. I mean, I did not expect it to do any range. I have to figure with these tires on this bike and all throttle, it would be maybe a 12 to 15 mile bike, which is absolutely atrocious. And I know for a fact that with the stock tires on this bike, I got 18 all throttle when we did our all throttle test, and I still had 30% battery left. So, real world testing, guys. Everybody keeps talking about the big heavy tires, and yeah, they're more puncture resistant, and yeah, they're definitely more durable and everything else, but you know what? You better have a bike that can push that heavy tire. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because these typical, like, we'll just say this is the cookie cutter bike, and I love this bike. I don't want you to think anything negative. This is one of my favorite bikes I've ever been on. But this cookie cutter 750 watt 48 volt bike is not meant to push those big heavy tires. If you're going to be in a a city environment where it's very flat and you're going to pedal all the time, you're not going to notice as big of a change. But if you're in an area where you have a lot of hills, like this bike has no torque anymore, zero. So I lost every bit. Now, any of those 60 volt bikes, like the Aniokis and all those, yeah, these I would absolutely 100% say get these tires. They're amazing. Because I'll tell you what, grip wise, you know, they're phenomenal. You can weave with them, you can do whatever you want to do. They're great. And they're very smooth. They just are so heavy that this motor struggles to propel them. You know, if you look right now, like this is top speed, all throttle, and that, you see the little bar? That means we're pulling full power. This bike has a peak wattage, I think it's like 1130 watts. So we're pulling 1130 watts right now, and it's struggling. Watch it just dip down. And this, I mean, this hill is a decent sized hill, but you're not talking a 30-degree hill. You're talking, this is probably 15, 10, if I had to guess. But I'm probably going to cut the video here because I don't have all the stuff for her bike set up to ride. I'm going to have to just run in and grab it and ride it around. But I wanted to just thank you guys, kind of give you a heads up of where we're doing with the channel, the plans. Got a lot of ideas I want to do. I'm not built for this cold riding. I'm trying, and I'm going to try to do it a couple of times, but I'm just being honest. If you don't see me on a bike again until the spring, don't be surprised. I'm still going to record in the car. I just have to figure out exactly how I want to do it, because it's not something I've really done very much, and I haven't been very happy with the quality of the video that I put out in the car. But, you know, as with everything, I'll keep working on it, keep getting better at it. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for everything. I will keep, the grind never stops. That's kind of what I've gravitated to for my quote-unquote catchphrase, and I really believe that the grind never stops. Whatever your grind is in life, it should never stop. That sounded really good. So thanks again, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will catch up with you. I'll keep posting all the time, and I'll let you guys know when the channel actually changes over. All right, thanks guys.